Hello again, everybody. This is MrNoobTubeGamer. Yeah, so I'm playing Battlefield 4 right now. The reason why I'm not playing Black Ops 3 is because, well, it's taking us a really long time to download. Like, it's really irking me right now. So that's why there's no Black Ops 3 footage. But don't worry though, that will come eventually. I will say one thing though, I really like this map. I really like this map, like the community map in Battlefield. I thought it was well made. But hey, forget about that. It's fucking rant time right now. That's right, rant time, motherfuckers. Because I don't know if people have heard this story, but it really got me really pissed off, right? So, I'm sure everybody knows about the Gamergate controversy. Even if they don't really know the contents of, you know, everything that's happened, you know, like, they still heard the names Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn. Like, those names are basically, synonymous in the gaming industry now. That's not in a good way. They're probably the most infamous people, the most infamous names in the gaming industry right now, hands down. Can't deny that, right? But the whole thing with Gamergate that really caused a lot of controversy is that you had these people, these like crazy feminists, talking about how the video game industry is, you know, evil and sexist and whatnot, you know, talking about how, you know, if there aren't enough female characters in a game, or if there's no female protagonist, then that means the gaming industry is sexist, right? And obviously, my views on feminism, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of. On my political channel, I've talked about feminism countless times. Basically, if nobody knows, I have not too many good things to say about feminism. I really, I'm probably as anti-feminist as it gets, because feminism is basically went from a movement for gender equality to basically a, you know, an anti-male movement, like, you know, hating men. And that's really what it is, right? I mean, it's not even an exaggeration. You see people like, not even Anita Sarkeesian, but the crazy feminists outside the gaming industry, you know, on Tumblr, or, you know, the ones that have their blogs, they're freaking nuts, right? I don't think anybody can deny that. They're freaking nuts. Well, anyone sane, at least, can't deny that. But the whole Gamergate controversy basically was the nail in the coffin in terms of gamers trusting the gaming media, right? And gaming journalism in general. Because basically what happened is that you had these people coming on here talking about sexism, and the gaming journalist decided to go from gaming journalists to political commentators, right? Basically, you know, they're all talking about how there's sexism in video games and whatnot. So basically, the entire gaming media turned into social justice warriors. And most people who are into gaming, especially the hardcore gamers, none of them really are into the whole social justice bullshit, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are plenty of people, but for the most part, a lot of gamers don't really buy into the whole, you know, social justice nonsense. Specifically with the whole, all video games are, you know, sexist. Obviously, because then they wouldn't be playing video games if they thought that, right? But let me just stop stalling and get into the story. Apparently, they're making a movie on Gamergate. That's right, you heard me right, a movie. So how's this gonna work? Well, I'll give you the rundown. Apparently, they're going to make a movie starring Scarlett Johansson, and she's going to be playing Zoe Quinn, which, honestly, Scarlett Johansson's a little too attractive to play someone like Zoe Quinn. But hey, it is what it is. So Zoe Quinn is probably, obviously Anita Sarkeesian is definitely the most infamous name in terms of, she's definitely the most hated name in the entire gaming industry, right? although it seems sometimes that that title belongs to either me, Gligar13, or other YouTubers, but people like Anita Sarkeesian are obviously a lot more known to the gaming community than people like me and Gligar. But they, Anita Sarkeesian and me, people like me and Gligar rather, there's a key difference between me and Gligar compared to Anita Sarkeesian and all these other crazy feminist social justice warriors. And I'll explain that right now. You see, Anita Sarkeesian, I'm sure everyone knows, Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn went to the UN to try to censor people and try to get people, try to make a law to get people arrested for disagreeing with them. You see, I don't do that, right? People disagree with me, I don't, like, attack them. I don't really do anything of that nature. Like, people could say the worst about me, but they have to admit, I'm not that bad when it comes to, responding to criticism against me, right? Because, don't get me wrong, a lot of it is, a lot of the, comments about me are, like, not really logical at all. It's like, oh, you hate PewDiePie, so, But for the most part, there are a lot of valid criticism against me. I will be honest about that. But, the difference is I don't go on my Twitter, I don't go on my Facebook, I don't individually call out these people. I don't cry about getting death threats every day. And I don't cry about this and that. I don't cry and complain about what happens to me on YouTube, all the dislikes on my videos and whatnot. Like, I don't really care. In terms of my channel, I just have a tell it as it is mentality. I just do, right? And I'm not going to really let people discourage me from speaking my mind. That's just not how I operate, right? But, I don't know. I just think the whole trying to censor people for disagreeing is just very immature, and I don't understand the whole logic behind that, right? So, to make a movie glorifying these people is just absolutely sickening to me. They're making a movie glorifying censorship, glorifying basically hatred, and glorifying the downfall of the video game industry. Or not the video game industry, but the video game, the credibility of video game journalists. And I just think that's absolutely insane. Like, Hollywood is so liberal and so, PC. It makes sense that they're doing this, but at the same time, it's despicable, and there is going to be hell, right? There's already a lot of criticism about this, obviously. There's a lot of hate over this news. But just imagine when this comes out in theaters, how people are going to react, right? If you think it was bad when fucking North Korea tried to, like, bomb people over The Interview, that movie that basically was satire against North Korea. It was basically a comedy movie. It made fun of Kim Jong-un. Obviously, North Korea didn't like that, or rather, the North Korean propaganda government didn't like that. But, if you think that was bad, imagine what this is going to be like. People are going to go nuts. And rather than North Korea, this is actually going to be a valid reason for people to get upset. Because, don't get me wrong, I'm not part of the easily offended crew. I'm not one of those people that, oh, I'm offended, so this should be banned. I'm not advocating that the movie, like, when it's in theaters, that should be banned from screenings. Like, that's freaking immature as hell. But at the same time, it's just despicable that they are making a movie about something like that. It's just sick. But like I said, I understand why Hollywood is very PC, very liberal. They're gonna anything that promotes feminist propaganda, they're probably going to make a movie about, right? So I get it, okay? I get why they're doing it, but at the same time, it's upsetting to me, and it's like it shows the morality, right? Because it's obviously very fucked up what Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn, and all these other feminists have done, right? Trying to censor people, trying to ruin video games by, what did they do one time? I know this doesn't apply to the U.S., but I know in Australia last year they got Target. Well, I know Target made their own conscious decision to do so, but they kept rallying for Target to ban the sale of GTA 5. And they did. I just think that's absolutely freaking ridiculous, right? I don't know. That's just me. Alright, that's just me. I know maybe there are some people who are subscribed to me that support the whole Gamergate thing with, you know, they love Anita Sarkeesian. They love the feminist frequency thing. And, you know, the whole, they buy into the thing that video games are evil and promote, like, patriarchy and all this bullshit. Whatever. If you are in that camp, power to you, okay? But, like, you guys gotta see where we are coming from in this situation, right? So, anyway, that's just my 2 cents on this. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate any comments about this, you know. Just leave your thoughts, basically. Yeah, just leave your thoughts. And with all that said, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.